This is our not normal survival game. You have to survive in the city in 24 hours, then you can get a prize of $24 million. Game players have to keep their phones all the time to provide a location for the hunters. There will be transfer for every hours you live. Once you're killed, the money transfer belongs to the hunters. To survive you can use every methods that you can, because this game has no rules. When Dodge have no defenses, the game unfortunately started. Everyone can attend as the hunters. Dodge choose to transfer a position, run fast as possible is because the group of hunters have 5 people and he don't know who are they. He runs into the bus, in order to see around. There is one guy go into this bus too. Dodge is not sure this guy is the hunter or not. However, from the action of him, Dodge thinks he is a hunter. He said stop the bus. Dodge goes off the bus and keep running. He doesn't know where to go. He runs and runs to escape the enemy's line of sight. However, he don't know that the hunter is always tracking him. He hurries to go into a building, because he sees a car following him. He thinks that even the best hunter cannot do anything in the crowded. He keeps going into the elevator. His plan is hide in this building. There is another man coming in the elevator, too. Another hunter. Dodge needs to be more careful with this guy, because the hunters will kill him without showing anything. Dodge steals the beside girls come to fight anytime. At this time, the guy in suit moved off the elevator, but when Dodge walked into the corridor to find a hiding place, that guy in suit appears again. This time Dodge assures that he is a hunter. A man as big as him had to hide in the toilet like a rat. He hears the man walk into the toilet. He put the weapon down. Then he opens one door, until he finds out Dodge. He doesn't do anything but call to the other person who is the founder of this game and said that this game is too easy. It's just 1 hour for me to win this game. Then the hunter picks up the weapon, but never knew. Dodge blows back at the right time and he was defenseless. Then he quickly ran out of the toilet and intermingled with the crowd. This is the safest way to not be killed. However, he is seen by the second hunter. He silently pressed a knife to Dodge, to be not noticed by anyone. The man from earlier comes running. He immediately presses the emergency button. Dodge takes this opportunity to run quickly, but he falls into a hole and be captured by the first hunter. He assumes that he could not escape, but he suddenly sees the police coming. The police asks what happens. Dodge says nothing and quickly gets out of there. The hunter cannot do anything but just looking. The object runs again. Dodge runs to a subway station to go into the subway, but the first hunter is coming through the GPS. Fortunately, Dodge gets on the train before the man chases him. Once again escaping, he looks around to see if anyone is suspicious. In the other scene, the second hunter finds out the first hunter and says that he is not allowed to interfere in his hunting. The man in suit protests. The rule is that only when you are about to act, I cannot interfere, but not planning to act. So it's not the interference. Dodge runs into the chapel. The hunters can't come that fast. Dodge talks to minister about his suffering. The minister begins preaching to Dodge and they talk together like that. But he can't stay here long, because the hunters will come here right away. He needs to go. But the minister do not let Dodge go. He says this is the chapel. The hunters cannot do anything. Dodge doesn't believe. He says the hunters are coming. Unfortunately, the minister says actually, Dodge, I've known where you are for some time now. It turns out that this black minister is one of the hunters. The two begin to fight fiercely. In the end, Dodge wins and locks the third hunter in the room of chapel. Dodge's legs are injured, and he has to buy some medicine. Passing 12 hours, it's only 3 out of 5 hunters appeared. The 2 remain still do not appear. He steals a baseball shirt to wear. He still thinks the best way is to go into the crowd, because the Pantera are not easy to find him in that, and the hunters cannot dare to do anything in the crowd. He successes to go into the baseball team. The man in suit comes again, but he cannot find out him in the crowd. At this time, a man catches him for stealing his store's clothes. Dodge is revealed, and the man in suit immediately chases, but it is late. Dodge hides in the trunk of a car and go, but he just thinks the game is continued in the city. When he goes out of the city, the game will be continued forever until he is killed. He frantically slams into trunk of the car, so the owner can stop the car. He walks alone in the street with a painful body. He goes without reasons, and doesn't know where to go. He takes the taxi car to go. He wants to go home to see, because he disappears for more than 10 hours. His wife worries so much, calls him many phone calls, but she doesn't know where he is. Just money in the bank account goes up by hours. But Dodge can't tell anything to his wife, because the rules of game can't allow that. While enjoying this peaceful moment, a car rushed forward. The wife opens the door, because she hears strange sounds. "This is my husband," she thinks. The two cars drastic chase on the street. The hunter jumps into Dodge's car. The hunter uses the rope to tighten his neck from behind. Eventually, Dodge's car crashed into the curb, and they all fell to the ground. This hunter is the man in the chapel. But this time, Dodge doesn't want to hide anymore. Compared to being hunted, he decides to kill that man. "You're dead." One of the 5 hunters to be killed just had the 2-1 do not appear. The time has passed 16 hours. Just persevere for 8 hours to win this game. Before dawn, Dodge has 2 options. The first one is hiding. The second one is to kill all the hunters. Obviously, Dodge chooses the first one. He plans to go in the ship that is about to leave. That way the hunters cannot catch him. Even so, the second hunter finds him. Fortunately, the staff tells him that the ship starts moving now. He feels more comfortable then. It's safe now. Dodge thinks that he has to stay in the ship in the next 8 hours, then the game can be ended. He prepares to eat. The staff comes and says the buffet will begin in 10 minutes. Dodge says that because he is too thirsty. Turns out, this girl is the 4th hunter. He exclaims, "Oh, fuck." He didn't expect the hunter to appear at this time. She begins to attack Dodge by giving him a kick on his body. He tries to stand up and runs. He runs to the deck of the ship and finds out that the ship is going to Canada. He quickly climbs onto the bridge. The female hunter also climbs and be kicked down with his foot. There are still 6 hours left, and now he is fully wounded and very tired. He doesn't know whether or not he can persist. When Dodge is about to give up, a car appears. He says sorry for his wife himself. Luckily, this man is a friend of Dodge. My friend asks him what happened. He can't tell, because this game can't be revealed to anyone else. At this time, the man in the suit comes. Dodge jumps out of the car and continues to run. He comes to a poor residential area. He thinks the hunters do not come that fast. Consequently, he is still caught. When he wakes up, there are good news and a bad news for him. The good news, the group people who catched him are not the hunters. The bad news, they are pirates. Dodge says they have to quickly let him go, or there are many assassins who come now and kill all of them. The pirates do not laugh at him and hit him. As expected, someone knocks the door. The hunter comes with his weapon to kill all the inside people. This guy is the man who Dodge meets in the bus. He is also the last hunter. Now there are only 2 of them left in the room. But the game rules are not to use guns. The 5th hunter naturally knows that, because he has played this game 5 times before. To solve this problem, he uses electric stimulators. He can't run this time. Then a bandit wakes up and kills the hunter with his gun. Dodge is saved again. He still has a chance to continue the game. Now it is less than an hour from the end of the game. 2 out of 5 hunters are dead. At this time, the creator of this game kidnaps his wife so that Dodge can keep playing the game. It also means Dodge is forced to stay alive before dawn. Dodge goes to a factory which contains broken cars. He wants to prepare everything to fight with all remain hunters. The 3 hunters soon arrived from outside. Dodge fights with the 2nd hunter and uses the machine hook to hold his hand. Then Dodge leaves in a very cool way. He meets his friend one more time, and he's very skeptical why this friend always finds him. Then his friend holds gun toward Dodge. That is the female hunter. The first hunter's coming. Dodge was soon prepared. He takes gasoline and fire to burn everything. The factory burns. Dodge is sure that the 3 hunters are all dead. However, when he came to the place where his wife's in, the man in suit still not die. This is the last battle. Dodge is defeated. $24 million will belong to the man in suit. The man takes his weapon to end all of this. Finally, the man in suit not only killed, but also to save him. Time's up. The game ends. Dodge's success is to alive in 24 hours. The game creator calls him and announces that the money is transferred into his account. The film ends here. Do you want to become the next player of this game?